What's going on, everybody? It is Triple Crown 24 back again today with a two-spot TTM recap. No spring training today, but I did get two returns. One baseball, one football. They're both former players. Hopefully you enjoy it, and you know the drill. If you do, make sure you leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you think of today's returns. Subscribe if you're new. Let's go ahead and get into the action. We'll start with the football one, and I'm going to go quickly today because I've got a card that ends in 7 minutes on eBay that I really want, so I'm going to have to bid on that. But this one's coming back from Missouri something. I don't know what that says, but that's one of the strangest postmarks I ever get on these. It's a 1-of-1 success from former Detroit Lions quarterback Shawn Hill. He signed nicely in black here. Pull it up this way, inscribed with his jersey number. Shawn Hill is kind of one of those career backup types. He got a few starting gigs. I believe he was the starter for the 49ers for a couple of years. Went to Minnesota, and he might have been their starter for a year as well, but he really got his shot with the Lions in 2010. He played when Matthew Stafford went down with his injury, so he had a pretty good season that year for a backup. 16 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, almost 3,000 yards, and he didn't even play a full season. So undrafted out of Maryland, ended up having a pretty good career. I got this via his home address, just one that I kind of sent out as a shot in the dark, and it came back well. So new addition to the Lions PC, a guy who I did not have. So thank you to Mr. Hill for signing that one. And then next one up, this guy has never met a card that he didn't like to sign. That's kind of the running joke with this guy. He's a really good signer too. I switched over to using blue ink on my TTMs to write my addresses at this point in time, so all the recent ones coming back I can tell really easily who they are, just because I only have a handful of them that were sent out with the blue ink. This is coming in, I just kind of spoiled it there, 1-of-1 in 7 days from Ron Say, third baseman for the Dodgers. His autograph, very distinguishable. It's very tight with a couple of loops inscribed with his number 10 jersey number, and then he usually brings his Y down across the card. I've seen that quite often with Ron Say stuff. Topps is a huge fan of putting him in their 2018, 2017, 2016 Archive Signature Series boxes. I see him come out like almost every case. But he was a really good player for many years. All-star, more years than not in the 70s with the Dodgers. He was there in 81 for that team. I believe that was a World Series team, the Dodgers in 81. I could be wrong. You can correct me if I am, but actually retired the year before they won it again in 88. So he retired in 87, but very prolific third baseman, could pretty much do it all. Very good player, and a guy who I've been meaning to try for a while. We're kind of in a weird time right now, or at least the time that I'm recording this, where it was in between, you know, spring training, where it's too late to send to that, but it's also too early to send to the regular season. So I wanted to get a few more out there just to make sure that I had some TTMs that would be rolling back in. Some guys that I've been meaning to try for a while and say fell into that category. So let me know what you think. I was going to have a field day with this return just because there is a lot of different puns I could put in the title of Ron Say. Word say is something I can do a lot with. So we'll see what pop culture reference I use. If you have any suggestions for future Ron Say puns that I can use, let me know as well. Appreciate you checking out today's video. Till next time, have yourselves a good one.